96,000 people.
Yeah, the record. Actually, I think it was 98.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to...
Sorry for being 2K short.
Yeah, of course. You should be. Basically, at Wembley Stadium in London, England, across the pond, it was Turkey Al Sheikh's Riyadh season presenting Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois.
Riyadh season, baby.
Turkey Al Sheikh in the building, ringside. This guy is unintentionally... I don't know how you feel about this.
By the way, can you name some of the other stars that were there?
Did they have Kendrick Lamar there?
Wasn't
Kendrick Lamar there?
Dude, the notorious Conor McGregor was there.
They had Conor McGregor there, and they also had Tyson Fury. And they were sitting at Usyk, they're all like by each other. And Conor was behind Tyson Fury.
With his wife.
Yeah, and Conor, who was just... Dude, this guy was fucking geeked, bro. Have you seen... I saw an interview that came out of the night of, and it's somebody just talking to him like behind him in the crowd. And he's like, just... Yeah, I think fucking Dubois might go on there and fucking... He might beat him. And they're he's...
I also think
zoinked, dude.
Like, on top of that, I think he also gets very hyped up during fights. He's a big fight fan. At heart,
he is, but yeah, dude, and I'll give him credit.
It was like on the first Grasso Shep fight, like he was going crazy.
Yeah, I'll give him credit. It was a funny night. It was a very funny night, and seeing Conor celebrating while Tyson Fury was just,
I got fucked out of 150 million.
And you see, like, there's like one was like slow motion, and Conor's like, "Let's fucking," and Tyson turns around, and Conor's just like he's like, "Hey man, I bet on the guy. What are you gonna do?" So,
do you think I should put money on Dubois? Because it felt like it. It felt like
he absolutely put money on Dubois, bro. There's not a doubt in my mind. That man's bank account, he definitely saw a few extra zeros coming in that night. That's all I gotta say. He celebrated too. He's a fight fan, and I get it, but he celebrated a little bit too much just to be a fight fan. You know what I mean?
Unless his hatred for Joshua is that much. If he hates Joshua,
I don't think he hates Josh. Remember after Joshua's last fight, he was giving him shots, or was it after Wallen? I think.
No, he gave him his
Irish stout.
His Irish stout.
Yeah, they're not shots, but you get my point.
Forge.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. But Proper 12.
Proper 12. Well, he doesn't even own Proper 12 anymore.
I know, which is crazy. He sold it for $1 billion.
I wonder if it's still making like a fair bit of money.
I think it is because he's still the spokesperson.
Oh, then yeah.
And I think he still probably has like a piece of it, but he sold off the majority.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But,
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. But anyway, so in the main event, Anthony Joshua goes out there and he almost looked... I mean, I feel like this has been a routine problem for Joshua. He overlooked his competition a lot.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah. I mean, I think Dubois he might have won anyway.
I think he had the right approach too.
Yeah. Well, Dubois came out there. I wasn't really sure how he was going to approach this. He went out there and basically just kind of tried to copy Usyk style. Honestly, a lot of forward pressure, a lot of jabbing. Never giving Joshua any time to plant his feet. You know what I mean?
Never give him time to like figure out what to do.
Exactly. And Joshua, like,
especially after he had him compromised.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why, like, I honestly don't look deep into anything after round one. After round one in the final, what was it?
Well, he wasn't the same guy anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he got clipped to put down hard.
Granted, though, that last round, dude,
I was like, this
is
some Rocky shit right here. I was like, dude, this son of a bitch.
I was like, he got him. Like, once he had him in the corner, I'm like, he got him.
I missed the fourth round. I turned off the fight. I thought after he knocked him down in the third, like the second time in the third round, I'm like, oh, it's over.
But then that happened, dude, and I was like, but he was still insane both ways.
All right, yeah. Well, then I checked Twitter and I saw that like the fight's still going. I'm like, oh fuck! And then I pulled it back up, you know. Yeah, dude, it was insane both ways. And in that fifth round, after getting knocked down 4 previous times, Josh comes out there and lands a bomb of a right hand. And Dubois was on Bambi legs, bro. I mean, we were like, oh, this is what we thought was gonna happen. Joshua rushes in. He lands one right hand. He lands another right hand. And then Daniel Dubois out of nowhere with an overhand right that puts him down. And they counted Joshua out, but they really didn't need to do it.
What was Dubois' moniker? Because he's Triple D? What is it?
It's either, he goes by 2 different ones. Triple D or Dynamite.
Dude. And Dubois hits him with dynamite. That's what we needed that night.
Yeah. Where's Mauro Ronaldo, dude?
We needed Mauro Ronaldo there to give a Dominic Brazil. They are feeling it in Brazil.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Kind of moment.
Yeah. I thought that in Joshua, I've never seen anybody. I mean, he lands the 3 overhand rights, and then he's like, let me go for an uppercut. Just no setup at all. I've never seen any guy ever in my entire time of watching boxing or MMA
I also
do an uppercut with no setup, and it ends up working out.
Do you think he got overzealous, or was that like he didn't have it clear and he was just fighting without like full clarity in his head? Because it's really hard to like address what was going on in his mind in that moment. Like if he was able to shake out the cobwebs, or if he was still out. Because like you remember Ngannou said after the second time he got knocked down, he said he like doesn't remember anything after that, and he fought like a whole nother round still after.
Yeah, I think it's probably that. I think it's a combination thing. I think he went out there, he didn't respect Dubois.
Also, like another reference to another knockout. Like Curtis Blades said he didn't wake up until he was in the ambulance.
Yeah,
which isn't true. He did wake up and everything, and they took him out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very interested to see what he says over the next few weeks.
Who, Joshua?
Yeah, because
he's already gave a statement and everything and talked
I know,
after
but, like,
the presser.
No, I know, but like as far as like, let's be honest, I mean, I don't take anything a fighter says directly after the fight seriously. Like it took months for Ngannou to be like, yeah, after round 1, I don't remember shit against Joshua.
I mean, I guess we'll see. You make a good point, but it seemed like at least in the moment, he seemed
pretty lucid, but still, I mean, he's
like pretty calm. Said he wasn't done.
He wasn't, after Usyk too. You know what I mean? Where he's like hip hip hooray, and
By the way, do you think, looking back at it, Dubois leading into that fight, like he had the aura, right? Like in hindsight, you're kind of like, oh, dude, he was ready to go.
Well, I thought Joshua was gonna win, but I didn't think Daniel Dubois was like a shitty boxer. Like I was really impressed with this.
He's like 20. Dude, we also got to take account. Like he's 27. Yeah,
still improving. I was very impressed by his win over Filip Rogovic, which is
upset,
massive upset. But after like still going into this fight, I'm like, man, like if Joshua takes it seriously and if he can land the right, but that's just boxing though.
Is he gonna get a rematch against Usyk now? Like, did Dubois earn it?
I think so. But I also don't know what Usyk's gonna do. I think there's a very good possibility that Usyk beats Fury and he's like, I'm done. I don't need to fight. You know what I mean?
If he does,
or he'll just take money fights. Because
if Fury wins, he'll do a trilogy without a doubt, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, it's like let's say Usyk wins. Who is there left for him to fight? Who's a big contender? It's like Zhang is around.
No, bro. There's guys. Joseph Parker, Dubois, that German guy who has like 3 upsets in a row. I forgot who he beat.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He beat Arsalan Block or whatever his name is. And he got like another big win after that. There's some guys up there. It's just a matter the issue is getting them to that position. You know how the sport is, man.
Yeah.
They're not built up. They're not going to get that big fight.
Well, I also feel like Turki Al-Sheikh, who I brought up a minute ago, like I think he's like low-key exposing boxing unintentionally. Like because, and stay with me here, but like I feel like throughout boxing, like we've seen so many guys who we think of, I almost put them like
as untouchable.
Yeah, and like they're an A fighter. And you have guys who, for example, like Dubois, who we've always think of as like being more like a B fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who was the A fighters you think of just a few years ago? Wilder, Joshua, Fury.
They were the holy
three.
They were the holy trinity.
Yeah, you think of the big 3. Every single one of the motherfuckers have lost now that Turki Al-Sheikh's coming in.
Granted, though, you have to add the context, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The trilogy between Fury and Wilder, which like clearly, dude, that
took so much, especially out of Wilder.
Dude, the third fight.
Yeah,
dude, the third fight was one of the greatest heavyweight fights ever.
Absolutely. I mean, 5 knockdowns across 11 rounds.
The craziness on both ends, like
yeah,
it could have gone to like in a different. We're not in that far of a reality where Wilder does win that with how much damage. Both took.
I mean, if there's time left, if he knocks him down earlier in was it 4th round or something? Like he had 2 knockdowns in 1 round. I just can't remember which one. I think it was early. It was like round 4. If he knocks him down for the second time earlier in the round, he beats him. Like Fury was rocked, but then time ran out of the round. You know what I mean? And that's just the way boxing goes. But I feel like Al-Sheikh, ever since he came in, man, there's so many guys. Like we're kind of realizing like all these guys are there's way more guys than we think that are way closer to that A tier, and we just never give them or they never get the opportunities. You know what I mean? Dubois, I really didn't like. I liked the guy, I respected the guy. Did I think he was good enough to be in the conversation with Joshua, Usyk, Fury? No. But like after this weekend, I'm like,
sometimes it is just a matter of giving people opportunities. Because like even another example, like dude, think about like Lomachenko at the peak, and then Teofimo beats that guy.
Yeah.
And how old was Teofimo? Like
20. Shit, dude.
23, 24. He was just like stupidly young.
I mean, he's still young now, so I don't even know.
I mean, he couldn't have been that old, man. Like whatever age he was, I might be exaggerating on the age, but he was young. Like it seemed too soon. Like it didn't make sense.
So he's 27 now. That fight happened 4 years ago. He's 23.
Dude, he was our age when he beat Vasily Lomachenko, a guy who seemed untouchable at the time.
And he just got the opportunity, and that's all he needed.
And he rose up to the moment, man.
Well, and a guy like Daniel Dubois, I mean, he already got the opportunity. He lost to Usyk. Mm-hmm. And before that, he lost to Joe Joyce, and it really seemed like people were just like, "All right, this guy's not going to be as good as."
Especially, but dude, and then even afterwards, like Joe Joyce and all that, like how he's kind of looked since then.
Yeah. And then shout out Joe Joyce. I sent you the post on Instagram. He's like, damn, this win's really aging well. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. It has, but you also lost to Derek Chisora last time out, man. Like, come on,
you ain't
bro.
wrong about that.
Who is 7,000 years old. So it's like, what are we doing? But
what are we doing here, man?
What are we doing here? But yeah, I mean, look, dude, just to kind of close out on Joshua Dubois, I mean, I'm very impressed by Dana Dubois.
Dude, we did not expect to talk nearly as much about this because we thought it was literally be like, yeah, guys, Joshua blew out Dubois last
knocked
week.
him out in round 3, and now we're going to have to watch him fight Usyk probably again.
Well, I mean, but Fury and Usyk still got to run it back, right?
They do got to run it back in December, but I'm just saying, I think Usyk probably wins that one.
Because it kind of like people kind of made it seem like it was a foregone conclusion, like all these things were gonna happen. Fuck no, dude. All this shit has gone different ways.
Well, and also, I mean, I still think Usyk. I picked him to beat Fury the first time.
Oh, you heard about the Ngannou curse?
What's the Ngannou curse?
That all the guys he's fought have lost.
Oh shit! I guess you're right. Yeah, Fury lost to Usyk, and then Joshua lost to Dubois. I guess you're right. Yeah. Hey man. Hey. Shout out Francis Ngannou, man. Shout out Francis Ngannou. Still, hey, we're talking about heavyweight contenders. Don't forget about our boy Fran, man. He's got to fight Henry Ferreira next month, and if he wins, he said he's coming back to boxing. He said he wants some more.
Deontay Wilder, where are you at?